I was going to start off today's No Filter by talking about public education and how conservatives are doing whatever they can to destroy public education. But then I read a story today that made me want to rage. So we go to No Filter. Alexandria Hill was taken away from her parents at the age of 2 years old because it turns out that her father was smoking marijuana while she was sleeping. Her mother also suffers from seizures, and a doctor had written a note that Alexandria should not be left alone with her mother as a result of her seizures. So CPS got involved and they said, you know what, it looks like the parents might be guilty of neglect. So let's take this 2-year-old away. Now, why are they guilty of neglect? Just for those two reasons. The mother suffers from seizures, which she can't help, and the father smokes marijuana once in a while when his daughter is sleeping. Well, this little girl was placed in foster care in January, and Cheryl Small was her foster mother. Well, recently she was rushed to the hospital because she suffered serious head injuries, and later Cheryl Small admitted that she got angry and frustrated with the 2-year-old, so she slammed her on the ground. As a result, she had the head injuries and she entered a coma and died from her injuries. And it's just the most hideous story imaginable because A, the child shouldn't have been taken away from her parents, and B, there should have been a better background check done on the foster mother. It turns out that she was accused of abusing foster kids in the past because they had bruises on their bodies. So here's the real problem in the country, and here's the real war on terror that we should focus on. Why don't we focus on Corrections Corporation of America, Geo Group, the alcohol lobby, the tobacco lobby, all of these different entities that continue to fund the war against marijuana. Right now, we have people that are being incarcerated for marijuana use, and their lives get destroyed as a result of that. The US federal government spent over $15 billion in 2010 on the war on drugs, a rate of about $500 per second. Why is it okay for us to spend that much money on this war on drugs? Since 1971, the United States has spent at least $1 trillion on the war on drugs and arrested more than 45 million on drug offenses. At the start of 2008, more than 2.3 million people were incarcerated. And if you want to focus specifically on marijuana, marijuana constitutes almost half of all drug arrests. How does it make sense that we spend $1 trillion worth of taxpayer money on incarcerating people that should be getting health care for their addiction as opposed to getting incarcerated? And to know that a 2-year-old died as a result of our war on drugs makes me sick to my stomach. Now, maybe this wouldn't happen in other states, but it happened in Texas, where they're very, very strict against marijuana. There are actually people that are serving time in the state for marijuana use right now. I feel sick to my stomach that Alex Hill is no longer with us, but I think that she should be a symbol for change in the country, and I think that it should make every single American angry as I am today.